Hey there guys, how's it going? Jax Reaper here and we're back in Fallout 4. We're at Spectacle Island and it's part 4 of this build that I've done over here. So first we had the Nomad build, second we had the marina area where people and goods will be shipped in and out of the island. Obviously it's quite a safe area here, the only threat is the Mirelurks, but they've dealt with that problem with the radio signal. So it's quite a safe place over here, and people come to relax and take a little bit of a break from the stresses of the Commonwealth. And this is like their main town right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down from the right hand side to the back and then come back down on the right hand side, which will then be obviously the left. So finishing with that bar that you see on the left there. But first we'll start off with the first store. It's got two paths, one that goes down the bottom, that's the one we'll come back on, and one that goes along the top here, a little bit more risen up. Just to separate out the areas. There is areas in which you can cross through, we'll take a look at them in a minute. And obviously that's where we'll finish up the bar that you can see just on the left there. So the first store that we're going to come to is this weapons shop here. The guy crafts all their own weapons and everything, lives up behind it, we'll see that in a minute. There is a weapons workstation there where you can modify and do whatever you like to your own weapons, maybe clean them up or whatever. And this is the actual weapons store, so we've got the store in there and then all the goods over on the left hand side. This is protected. I've asked him to leave the door open tonight, but normally the metal gate door would be shut across there, protecting all the weapons. Quite a nice little protected little hub here. So we've got all weapons and ammo and all the different things there for sale. This guy does it all. We can buy whatever you need or want here. Even got the live mines set out on the top. Even got Fat Man for sale there. A couple of melee weapons. It's the bar over there with the machine gun turret. Nicely placed on the top, making sure anyone that's stealing from over here is also going to have to deal with that turret right there. You can see the walkways that I've built down on the bottom and across the top here to protect them from walking through all the wet sand and everything when they're having a bit of bad weather. This is quite a well established settlement right here. So we'll head down here. We've got some steps going up here on the right. This is for the entrance to his little home, the guy who has the weapon shop right there. He's got power coming right up here. We've got the cinder blocks and everything. Protecting the front side of his home. Also holding his, stopping his trailer from sliding its way down in the back of its shop, sliding down the sand. They've dug down and put them cinder blocks in there so that they'll kind of hold it steady, you know. So in here he's got his little seating area to this side. Been having a few beers and that, doing a little bit of wordplay or whatever he likes to do, typing up onto his typewriter. And then on the back end he's got his bed here with some boxes and different things. Even dragged in a plant in here to make it feel a little bit more homely. Again, he's obviously enjoys a good drink, few beers on the floor there as well. This is it on a night time. Yeah, quite nice, well lit up in here. Nice and cosy for him. He is in the market for a bed, but bed's quite a big thing to be bringing over on the boat, so it costs a bit, you know. So he hasn't managed to bring himself get himself a bed over here, because obviously it takes up a lot of real estate on the boat, and with the boat travelling all the way down the coast, it isn't just going direct to one settlement. It needs to be able to transport the goods primarily. So right here we've got a protected area which is quite well done. It's all with the metal pieces and the chain link fence outside, and it's got junk fences all protecting. The reason for that is, we'll just have a little look at the floor here. We've got the random water pieces as well. The reason that that's all protected is because it's the power station for the whole settlement. A lot of the smaller houses in the farm areas, they do have their own power source, but the main power source comes from here. So we've got that nicely protected. The gate again is usually all locked up, but we've got the key and we've opened it up already for the tour here. So we'll head upstairs. Nice little landing area here. And then we head inside, and they've got all the generators all stacked. They are looking for ulterior power things. That they did originally have the power coming from the boat on the far side of the island. The problem with that was the boat uses so much fuel, and just keeping the boat running was and I realised all these generators are also using fuel, but they're using it at a slower rate than what the boat was. It's not a permanent fix, this, by any means. That's why they've started putting the wind turbines up on the roof. Obviously, being out at sea here, they get a lot more wind coming straight across the ocean. In fact, I don't know whether this is an ocean or just a sea off this side of the coast. Either way, they're impassable at the moment with the way all the boat and infrastructure is. So we head down here, more pallets on the floor, barrels, flaming barrels to get all lit and everything. And the next shop we come to is this one right here. Now this is the clothing store. It also doubles up as the laundry service for the settlement. A few mannequins out there on the front. I think we should take a little panning shot of this on a night time as well now. If I'm right, there we go. So yeah, nicely lit, advertising with the clothing and everything on the mannequins there, all the different things. So in here, the front side is set up like a shop, so they've got a lot of the goods that they're selling all set up on the sides and everything like that. Just one of each item out, and the reason for that is a lot of the others is just stored up. Any duplicates or anything is stored up inside the drawers. This lady runs the store. Is it on a night time in case he gets any of them drunk passers-by coming from the bar. Sorry about that, guys. So we'll head round the back here. She's got a little desk. She can keep track of everything that she's selling, all the goods. Also keep track of all the stuff she's doing in the laundrette, because in the back is the laundrette service. So she does all the washing, the drying, everything that needs to be done for the settlers and for the Minutemen that protect the settlement. And they come and they give her a few caps and she cleans everything up for them. She's also able to obviously clean her clothes and the clothes in which she's selling, which makes it a bit easier because you can trade for them dirty clothes and clean them up. She's got a nice little seating area here, a few books out, different things like that. We've also got the little area here. She's got some clean towels and different things out as well. So sorry if there was a little bit of an awkward cut there. I was just trying to get a drink, so I paused the audio. Right, so we've got, again, up here, this is her little living area. She's got herself some clean towels out there, an alarm clock for getting up, and a few little bits and pieces that's personal to her, you know. So this is kind of her living area, is built into the back of her shop right here, and it works out quite nicely. I quite like how the split level works within this store. Separates each part off, but without having any doors or anything. It's just like bang, next level, bang, next level. And I quite like how that worked out. So we're going to head out of here now. We'll take a little look at the settlement, looking straight down from this side. So this is all like the main town of this is what we've got here. So we'll head down here. Oh, no, we'll have a little pan shot looking past the armory over there, which we'll soon get to. Little seating area down at the bottom, and the bar at the far end there. And as you may have seen from the sign, that is the doctor's office and hospital there as well, which is going to be the first place we're going into. I've actually put in this shot, which I wasn't supposed to. This is the wrong one. This is actually looking from that's the original shot. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, that was back from the very beginning when we first opened the scene. Well, first opened the actual video. And I've paused up in the sky here because I've paused up in the sky there because that was going to be the end of the video. But obviously we've got a lot more to see. The way I've put it all together, that didn't turn out to be the case. So now we're going to be heading over there where we've just seen. It's going to be the doctor's surgery. We'll head over there. A few more boards on the floor and that. Got this little like lean-to, little balcony area sort of thing leading up to the front door here. This is our chief medical officer. Got a few chems out on the worktop and different things like that. Some medics at the back. Sorry, not medics. Mentats at the back. And there's a little nice clean waiting area here. Before destroying the institute, we managed to drag some chairs out of there. Got all the magazines and all the stuff you come to expect when going to a doctor's surgery. The only thing we don't have is one of them kids' toys where they push the beads around the twisty pipe path. There's always one of them in a doctor's surgery, but we don't have them put in, so well. Head round here. Let's look from the other side of the nice little waiting area there. Quite a nice little place to be, actually. It's probably one of the nicest, most calmest areas within the actual settlement, to be honest with you. We'll head round and up here, and now this is where she'd perform any surgeries or anything that she would need a private room for. So there's a wheelchair outside just in case they need it, and then obviously there's the area in here. Anything particularly bad, they'll take a photo of it to so they can research into it and things like that. So they've got the camera there, making their own flipbook version of embarrassing bodies. And if you're not from the UK, you might not know what that is, but it's a thing where people go on, they're like, "Hey, I've got a lump," and then it's some hideous lump thing on the bottom of the back or somewhere unmentionable, shall we say. So up here we've got a little chemistry area. Obviously she can do her experiments, she can test things. She can also whip up the chems and different things that she also sells from here, with all the medical supplies in which she needs as well. She's got a little seating area that she can just chill out on an evening, and her bed for sleeping. But mainly it's more for work. It's more work orientated, this one. She's very into her job. She likes to look after people, so she's not really too bothered about having anywhere that she can relax too much. She's got a sofa, so she's perfectly happy up there, and she only really sleeps in here. If she wants to, she can have a little wander down to the bar on an evening as well, like most people do, to do a bit of socialising. So we'll head down here now. We've got the seal again with all this walkway. I quite like how this, I keep bringing it up, but I like how this walkway turned out. I've randomly placed the cinder blocks to hold up different sides of the path, or also to create all kind of obstacles if people do come over. You'll have seen just in the background there we have the machine gun turret and that looking out onto the beach. Now as we head down here, this is where it splits. So we'll be going down on the downward path now. We've got the armour. Just have a little look down the main street on a night time, and then we'll be heading in there on the this one right here, which is the armour workstation. Well, I say the armour workstation, it's the armour shop, and he has his living quarters up there on the top, as you may see. So we'll head in here again, using all the little pallets for the floor and all that sort of stuff. Now this place is made pretty much out of steel, apart from this front little balcony area. I would have liked to have put some more barrels and boxes and different things out here, but my frame rate was just dropping to shit, man. It was just all over the place. So he's even got the power armor for sale here, so we've got all bits of power armor and different things like that. Bit stingy though, won't share any with the actual settlement and help supply that power armor in the workshop that we saw in the last episode, but oh well, he just wants to sell it all. That's fair enough. If he's took the time to scavenge it, I suppose. He does need reimbursing for that. We've got other armour and an armour workstation and everything here as well. Some ghosts apparently using the armour workstation, but that's alright. We've even got the dog helmet right there.
The farm's not much, but it's something.
Yeah, at least you're getting fed, mate. This is the look from his view right here. Look right over the shop, and you can lock that chain link gate right at the front there, and lock everything down on an evening using that door right there. Again, metal curved walls. Anything gets shot at it, hopefully it'll just ricochet off or be deflected. up the back here past these big junk walls that he's put up at the front end. And up here's his living area now. His living area is quite lavish really. He's got a nice little seating area here, fans and pictures and lots of beer around, different things like that. He's also got a little seating chair there with all his storage under his bed and even a set of drawers for his clothes and everything as well. And then he has a door over on the back side there which heads out onto his balcony. And we'll head out there in a moment. Everyone's got their own alarm clocks and everything, obviously getting up for shifts. So we'll head out onto the balcony now. Bit of a weird shape this one. I did that with the boards on the floor. Got that barbecue up here and a nice seating area. His friends all come up here and they can chill out if they don't want to pay the prices of the bar. They can all just chill out here on an evening. Obviously it gets quite rowdy in there. 36 people live in this settlement, plus all the people that are coming visiting and all the dock hands and guards who guard the boats that are coming in and out. It's quite a busy little settlement, this one. So the bar does get nice and busy on the night time, and sometimes they just want to come up here and have a chat, have the radio going quietly. It doesn't get too much quiet here. Obviously they are right next to the bar. That's the next one we're going to come to, but it gives them a little bit of space. Can you see there's a bit of a gap between them? Obviously it's all open air, so there's only so much you can do. Now we'll take a little look at this on the night time from up here. I think it looks quite nice. I like the way everything's lit up within the areas of the actual shops and different things. But the path, it's actually quite dark, which might even cause a little bit of a tripping hazard. But I'm sure that's the least of the worries at the end of the day. So we'll head back down, and we'll head down and we'll have a little look at this seating area down at the bottom here now. This is the front end looking over towards Boston there. And you can see in the background the harbour over there. I still really like that build. That build and the other two builds to do with this settlement will all be linked in below. I'm going to put them all in one playlist together, so that you can watch them all and get a feel for the whole settlement. If I'd put them all into one, we'd have been here like well over an hour, and the SHAREfactory that I use on the PlayStation won't actually allow me to make anything over 60 minutes. So that's why I broke this settlement up. Sorry if you heard a weird noise there. You had to cough, so I covered the mic over. So we've got all the they've just got all the little bits of random junk that have floated up on the beach with the tyres and all that sort of stuff. This was quite an open area. They've kind of just blocked it off a little bit so they have time to react if anyone's come in. Obviously they are in quite a safe little place here, but they've turned it into a nice little seating area. Now this is the bar, the last place we'll be going on this tour. It's quite a nice place, quite a big place as well, obviously, so you can get all the different people that they might have passing through. I quite like this table. I made it out of a few crates, a pallet, and then a few pieces of wood across the top. And I think it worked out quite nicely. We'll look at it on night time, and obviously they normally would have that radio going, but for YouTube reasons we have turned the radios off. I'm sure we all know that. So we head up here, and we're heading up onto the top of the sand dune now. You see a bit of grass growing in through the wood. They need to get that sorted out. Well, they've got drinks and different things that they've been having the night before, still not being cleaned up because it's quite early on the morning. And we've got so on the night time they all come up here, have a drink, they've got the music going, they all have a laugh. So yeah, the guy who owns the bar does quite well for himself, to be quite honest, but he's so work orientated he doesn't really spend any of his caps. He needs to start pushing back into the spectacle economy, to be honest with you, but oh well. He does pay for, obviously, the boat trips backwards and forwards, picking up all the alcohol and all that sort of stuff and food for the settlement, though. So we're heading here and we'll have a little look at the bar. Absolutely filthy. He needs to get up and get down here and deal with all this mess from the night before. Remember when I used to work in the bar, there was no leave until it was all cleaned up, but They're obviously a little bit more relaxed here than that. I like to put all them little signs, all the old signs, whenever he finds one or someone finds one, they'll come and they'll trade it with him. Try and get some of them caps back. Maybe trade it in for a few drinks, who knows. Got another machine gun there, place just looking down onto the beach. So his bedroom here, we've got a little seating area at the back where the window is, and then he's got his little bed area. Also kitchen area here as well, and then a little desk at the front end as well, with where he can keep track of everything he's buying in and selling out. Also got all the barrels with all his sorry, not barrels, all the cases with all his beers in. And here he is, he's up, he's ready to go down to work. He's got his man bag on and man purse, ready to collect some money in. Here we go. Little seating area, he doesn't really spend much time up here. To be honest with you, the money he's making, he could probably afford himself a nice suit to be stood working at the bar, to be honest. Quite a well established little place, especially with all the different people coming into the settlement. They don't exactly have a home to come to, so go to. So we've got some more barrels and different things, different bits of storage and different stuff there. And then back out to the front end. Now we're going to have a little look around the front here. You know, the look at that marina there. With it being built on the sand dunes, we've got the wooden floors with the shack pieces, and they're on stilts, and the sand dunes coming through there now, slowly building up with the weather, you know, and it's starting to reveal the supports that are actually going through the sand there, so it shows how deep into the ground they're actually going. We've got this area here supporting up the back end of the armour shop, and that's there with the tall junk fences, and I really liked how that turned out as well. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't already, why not subscribe, help me grow the channel. We've got plenty of builds coming out. The next one is the farming area and is the last one for this actual settlement, so hopefully that'll be up in the next week or so. We'll just bump into this tree. Otherwise guys, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later. Bye bye.